Hello everyone, I'm back with lesson number 5 of history of class 6, that is Kingdom, Kings and an Early Republic. Let's get started. Now we are going to talk about the new subheading, that is taxes. As the rulers of Mahajanpads were growing day by day and they required more resources also for building their huge forts and maintaining big armies, and they needed officials to collect these. So instead of depending on the occasional gifts which they used to get by the people, as in the case of Raja of Janpads, they started collecting regular taxes. As they have started imposing the taxes, that is on crops, the tax was fixed at 1/6 of whatsoever farmers produce. This was also known as bhag or share. Then they have started imposing taxes on craft person as well. Then they imposed on herders also, like, as they have to expected to pay taxes in the form of animal or animal produce. Then the taxes are also imposed on whatsoever bought or sold through trade. Then on hunter and gatherers also the taxes are being imposed. Now we are going to learn about the new subheading, that is we are going to learn about the two major changes in agriculture around that period. The first major change was the growing use of iron plowshares, which means that heavy clay soil could be turned over better than with a wooden plowshare, so that more grain could be produced easily. And the second major changes in the agriculture was that people began transplanting paddy, which means that instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plants would sprout, saplings were grown and then planted in the field. This led to the increased production as many more plants could survive. However, generally the slave men and women, that is das or dasis, and landless agriculture laborers are under this work. Now in a closer look of Magad, we can easily see on page number 49 the map of Magad, under which the Magad became the most important Mahajanpad during that period in about 200 years ago, as many rivers such as the Ganga and the Sun flowed through Magad. So this became very important for the transport purpose, for water supplies and for making the land fertile, as mostly the parts of Magad were forested. Although elephants which lived in the forest could be captured easily and trained for the army purpose. Secondly, forests also provide wood for building houses as well, for building houses, carts and chariots. Besides these, there were iron ore mines also in the Magad region that could be tapped to make strong tools and weapons. Talking about the Magad, we can't deny the names of two most powerful rulers, that is Bimbisara and Ajata Satu, who used all their possible means to conquer other Janpads. Whereas Mahapadma was another important ruler. He extended his control up to the northwestern part of the subcontinent. Now talking about the capital. Rajgriha, initially present day in Bihar, known as Rajgir, was the capital of Magad for several years. Then later the capital has shifted towards to Patliputra, present day known as Patna. There is one more story attached to it of Alexander to it, that is around 2000 years ago a ruler named Alexander, who lived in Macedonia in Europe, actually wanted to become a world conqueror. Of course, he did everything to conquer the world but did not conquer parts of India. He just conquered some parts of the Egypt and West Asia and came to Indian subcontinent, reaching up to the banks of the Bees. When he just wanted to march further eastward, his soldiers denied and refused to go towards that side. They were scared of the army, and as they have heard that the rulers of India had the vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots, and elephant. So that's why they just denied to go further. So this was a short story of Magad attached to it. Now moving ahead to the last subheading, that is a closer look of Veji. While Magad became a powerful kingdom, Vaji, with its capital at Vishali, that is in Bihar, was under a different form of government, known as Gana or Sangh. Now, what is Gana or Sangh? Gana is widely used for a group that has many members, and Sangh means an organization or an association. Basically, in Gana or Sangh, there were not one but many rulers altogether. Sometimes, even when thousands of men ruled all together, each one was known as Raja, and these all Raja performed rituals all together. They also met in the assemblies and decided what had to be done further and how through discussion and debates. For example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they met to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. But here the drawback is that no women das or kamakaras could participate in these assemblies. Both Buddha and Mahavira, which you are going to learn in the next chapter, belong to Gana or Sangh only. Some of the most informative description of their life in the Sangh can be found in Buddhist book. And at last, many rajas of powerful kingdom tried to conquer the Sangh. Nevertheless, they lasted not for a very long time, as we have an example of the last Gana or Sangh, which was conquered by the Gupta rulers about 15,000 years ago. So, this was all about the chapter. So, do like, share, and subscribe my channel if you like my video. Thank you so much.